Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's another drum video for you guys. I had a few comments on the last couple videos I did on my drum set, both on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, about how I got the sound that I was getting. And I kind of mic my drums in an unconventional kind of way. It comes from just pure frustration of trying to mic them over and over to try to get the sound that I like. And finally I just decided, you know what, I'm going to try something different and see how bad it would sound. And it ended up sounding just like I wanted it to, actually. So what I'm doing is I'm going with a 4 mic method. You can see I got the Beta 52A outside the 26-inch kick. Now the reason that I do that, that's kind of how John Bonham mic'd his, or they did in the studio. Kind of gives it a bigger sound, kind of more of a smack to it. It doesn't sound like a basketball dribbling, you know, on a gym court, which I don't really care for. So it just kind of gives it a bigger sound overall. And then over on the floor toms, I just put a 57 over on the side of the toms in between, and it picks both of them up really nicely. Over on the tom, I do the same thing. Mic it on the side, kind of lower, gives it nice deep sound. And then on the snare and the hi-hat, I put a 57 underneath. So that picks up the snare and makes it really snappy. And then it's shooting right up to the hi-hat. So it gives that kind of a nice sound too. I don't like to mix more than 5 mics on the drums. I don't have any overheads or anything on them. It just, you know, I like the sound that I have right here. And the nice thing about it is I hit the cymbals kind of hard, so this allows me to be able to hit the cymbals as hard as I would like. Like when I was micing the drums on top, like on the heads, it was picking up way too much of the cymbals. I even tried the Glenn Johns method, the 4 mic method that they used on Bonham, and the cymbals were too loud for me. So this way I don't have to control how hard I hit the cymbals. So I'll play you guys a few examples. We're going from the mics here, and then it's going into a snake, which goes back behind all that stuff, and then it goes into the Tascam 1641, and then we're going into Cakewalk here, which is what I use for everything. I'll show you guys here what the EQ looks like on each drum. So on the kick drum, just a little bit of EQ. That's all I got going there. There is compression on each one. Let's go to the snare. The snare I have EQ'd in the Pro channel. Looks like this. The snare mic is picking up the snare and the hi-hat. Okay, then over to the ride tom. It looks like this. Kind of give it a little more low end. And then it's pretty much a similar thing on the floor tom. Okay, and then there's reverb on the overall drum mix. There's compression. Oh, I'm sorry, there's only compression on the kick and the snare, and then on the overall drum mix. So this is my reverb I use. Just kind of works nice. So I'm going to play you guys a few examples. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is kind of a unique miking method. I've never really seen anybody else do it like this, but I'm sure somebody has. So yeah, once again, this is my John Bonham kit, 14-inch ride tom, 26-inch kick, 16 and 18 floors, and then we're using a 70s Slingerland snare drum and all Zildjian cymbals. Here we go. Alright, I'll start by going around the kit so you guys can hear each drum individually, and we'll start with the kick drum. There you guys have it. That's how I mic my drums. Again, it's a 4-mic method that I kind of came up with. I haven't seen anybody else do it. I'm sure I'm not the first one to do it. But again, we're miking the sides of the drums and then miking in front on the kick, not inside of the kick drum. And then also miking the snare up underneath. The mic is kind of next to the drum, so it's hitting the hi-hat directly on as well. And the cymbals are just being picked up from other mics. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I hope that you learned something from it maybe, and hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please be sure to subscribe, share the video, and give it a like. And until next time, we'll see you.